What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj, and we have two topics to talk about here today about the NBA. You know what this channel's about. We're gonna be talking about real important stuff, and we have a couple headlines today. The Cavs Warriors game, I will get to that, but we have some more recent news that we have to take care of beforehand. Before I get into it, I just want to say, please don't forget to leave a like. Helps this channel grow. We just hit 4,000 subscribers. I never really said anything about that. I'm blessed. I'm so happy that, this opportunity has come, and I'm growing here, and I'm hoping I can get to 10,000 soon enough. Not making it urgent or anything. I would love the extra subscribers, but right now I'm definitely in a good place, I think, and I think there's a lot more room to grow, and that's all I'm looking to do right now. Anyway, let's get into this video. Oh yeah, comment an idea down below, subscribe if you're new, all that. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Chris Paul. So basically, last night against the Oklahoma City Thunder, we weren't watching this game. I mean, I don't think a lot of us were. If you were a Clippers fan or a Thunder fan, maybe you were watching this game, but most of us NBA fans were tuned into Cavs Warriors. Actually, I think, did this game come after? I think maybe the OKC LAC game came after. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so during that game, Chris Paul went out with a thumb injury, and it appears that he's torn a ligament in his thumb or something like that, and he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. This is a huge hit. I mean, for the LA Clippers, we know about their injury history. It seems every year they lose Chris Paul or Blake Griffin to just this terrible month-long thing, and they got to play without him, and it forces them to lose grip of that 1 or 2 seed. I don't think they've ever been a 1 or 2 seed in the West ever, really, because they've always been 3 or below, because they can't get those extra wins because they can't stay healthy. And it's not just those guys. I mean, they have guys on their bench that get injured all the time, and in the playoffs they get injured like every year basically. So it's bad enough as it is, but now you're losing Chris Paul. Blake Griffin's still out. Who is going to win you games now? I know it was like, I know they were missing Chris Paul for a little while, but it was only for a few games. They're going to miss him for a long time, 2 months maybe, something like that. The only healthy guy on their team really is DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan's like an NBA Iron Man, and this guy's always playing. But CP3 and Blake Griffin are always injured, it seems like, and I think that this is just trouble. This team isn't going to fall out of the playoff picture. They won't, okay? The Blazers are in 8th, and they're 18 and 25, and I don't know how the Blazers are still in the playoff picture because of how bad they played this season. But the LA Clippers have nothing to worry about in that aspect because they're actually 11 games ahead of the Blazers. So, if they were to fall out of the playoffs, they'd have to get behind the Blazers or the Nuggets, who are also 11 games behind them. So it's not realistic for them to fall out of the playoffs. They won't win as many games, that's for sure. They really struggled when CP3 and Blake went out earlier. But they're definitely not going to keep their hold in that 4 seed. The 3 seed, I think it's out of question for the Clippers. The Rockets I think they're holding on to that for the rest of this year. The Jazz are the only team that I think that really has the ability to sneak up on the Rockets and take that 3 seed. But that's if they get their stuff together. They got healthy, so they might be, playing better, but they're definitely going to pass the Clippers, I think. I think the Grizzlies and the Thunder will, because those teams aren't too far apart. I know the Clippers have been playing really well lately, but they're not going to be playing well, I don't think. CP3 and Blake Griffin out. This is bad. CP3 out 2 months. This is worse. Yeah, just more bad news for the Clippers. How is this team going to function? They lost their leader now. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be tough for them. Let's hope Chris Paul can get back as soon as possible, make a short recovery. Now, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, we had another great game between the Cavs and the Warriors last night. Okay, maybe it wasn't all that great, but that's what I was expecting. The anticipation for this one was ridiculous because, for me, I feel like whenever these two teams play, we're seeing the best NBA basketball we can possibly see. Usually, not tonight or last night. Not last night. We did not see the best NBA basketball we could see last night because the Cavs didn't show up. The Warriors, they played some of their best basketball, and we know how good the Warriors are. Like, generally, they were insane. I mean, they honestly just showcased the potential of what they have, the weapons that they're wielding. Guys, it's ridiculous. Steph Curry wasn't even really on. I mean, he was 7 for 20 from the field, but it felt like he was letting you up. But when you have so many other weapons, it doesn't even matter. When Steph Curry goes 7 for 20 against the Cavs, you think, oh, Steph Curry had a bad game. But we're all praising Steph Curry because, you know, he had 20 points, 11 assists. Kyrie didn't do anything really in this game. He was 6 for 19, didn't score a lot during when it meant anything. And it didn't mean anything for that long because after the first quarter, this game was, it had ship had sailed, man. Unless the Cavs were going to make a heroic comeback, which they obviously weren't. This was a done deal at that point. Kevin Durant, again, showing up against the Cavs. And this is just like repeating. This makes total sense to me. The outcome of this game, I talk about how the Cavs are my title favorite. And you might be like, okay, what do you think of that? Like, the Warriors just beat them by 35 points. They went up 39 at one point. How does that change your finals prediction? No, it doesn't change my finals prediction because to me, I think that like this is the only way the Warriors can win games. They need to win like this. And I don't think it's fair, you know, to call on the Warriors night in, night out and say, well, we got to beat the Cavs by 20 plus every single game to win. I mean, honestly, do you really think that in a close game, the Warriors can pull it out against the Cavs? Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that the closers of the Warriors can outplay the closers of the Cavs in a fourth quarter with a close game on the line? They couldn't even hold a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter against them on Christmas. This game they got up and they weren't letting that lead go, but it's not like the game was close. The Cavs, after the first few minutes, they were done. I mean, honestly, we all knew the momentum. Maybe, I think this is what's going to happen. I think we do know these teams are going to meet in the finals. I don't see any reason why these teams don't meet in the finals. But for the record, I don't see Golden State winning a whole lot of games in Cleveland unless they're able to blow them out in Cleveland. They might get a 10, 15-point win, but I don't see the Warriors getting a win by 3, by 5, by 7. I just don't see that because the Warriors, they do have the ability to blow you out, okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the Cavs are going to sweep them because the Warriors aren't going to blow them out because we will see a game like this in the finals. I do think that the Warriors will blow out the Cavs at least twice in the finals. They will get at least two 20-point wins in the finals this year, but I don't think they're going to win. I think that they'll win 2 or 3 games, and I think the Cavs will take it. I'm not a Cavs fan, guys. So, I mean, don't say like I'm not phased. I would be like I'm not phased, but like I'm trying to think of a better way to say it. Like I don't believe it yet. You know, the Cavs, okay, they won. The Warriors, they got a statement win, and we saw how great they can play. But can they play like this every game? We have yet to find out. Are they really this scary with Kevin Durant? I hope not, to be honest. No, I'm not biased against the Warriors. I'm pretty certain. I mean, there are a few teams they could have trouble with. You know, whoever their first round opponent is, the Blazers. Okay, that's an easy sweep, I think. The Grizzlies, if they see the Grizzlies in the second round, that could mean trouble. I think they will pull that out too. But that's a tough ass matchup for them. For anyone, no one wants to see the Grizzlies in the playoffs. That's just like the bottom line. And then in the Western Conference Finals, you're probably seeing the San Antonio Spurs. I don't think Houston beats the Spurs in the playoffs. If you want to know why, I made a video about how I don't think the Rockets are really contenders because they're going to have to play the Spurs and the Warriors likely in the playoffs, and they only have one superstar compared to the multiple on each of those other teams, really. I mean, I guess LaMarcus is he's like a star. They have one star. Houston has one star, and Spurs and Warriors have more than one star. And that's really you need stars to win. The Warriors have too many stars. They have 4. 5 if you count Zaza Pachulia on the All-Star voting, which is coming out Thursday, unrelated, but, you know, just a reminder, I will be covering the All-Star stars and then make a reserves list who I think should be a reserve. Okay, so I covered that. The Warriors are probably going to be in the finals. Cavs are probably going to be in the finals. That's my prediction. We got Warriors, Cavs. I'm going to say Cavs in 7 again. Fuck it. Like, that's just my prediction here. But JR has to be back. If JR's not playing, then I don't see the Cavs winning. They need that extra shooting really bad. Unless Kyle Korver just starts going ridiculous on them like Channing Frye was doing. But, you know, I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. But in the future, I think it'll be very interesting to look out, you know, the close games and the blowouts. That's like what I like to focus on because I always know the Cavs are the best closing team in the league or damn near the best closing team in the league. The Warriors are not. And when they play each other, the Cavs win the close ones. Warriors, they can blow you out. They can blow any team in the NBA out. And they've done it, and they did it last night, and we can see it. They will do it in the finals as well. That's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, idea down below, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.